So let's get into that. The main reason you want to measure heat flux is a story about energy balance or energy budget. Heat flux tells the complete story. It will explain why something has a certain temperature and will tell you why it is changing. So this works in general for this random cube object where the entire capacity of heat that is flowing, there is many different things going on. There is radiation coming in, there is convection playing a role, the ambient temperature is important. This material is absorbing, it's emitting, it can be isolated or not. If you want to know what the temperature of this object will be, you should measure the heat flux. If you want to understand why this temperature is changing, you should also be measuring heat flux. And this works basically for everything you can imagine. So heat flux tells a complete story. This also works for humans. So if you want to answer the question, should you wear a hat? If you walk outside, there is the sun is radiating on you. You're receiving hot radiation from the sun. There's a certain ambient temperature and the wind is blowing, which could be a positive or a negative effect. And if you know all these quantities, you know all these heat fluxes, you can basically calculate or find out what temperature the human being will be. Now this not only works on small scales, it works on the largest possible scales. So, for example, a very fundamental question is, why is our climate changing? Well, if you just want to answer this question, if you want to understand why the temperature of something as the Earth is changing, it's the same principle. You should measure the heat fluxes that are affecting the Earth. So the solar radiation coming in, the energy being absorbed by the surface, being transmitted by clouds, and also the infrared, the long-wave radiation that is emitted. And if you go into literature, you actually see that this is basically the fundamental principle behind the science of climate change, measuring the energy budget of the Earth. And if you're interested in learning more about heat flux, there are several resources available. Check the other videos on our channel. Check the downloads on our website, where we have a lot of application notes and guides on how to use heat flux sensors. Read our brochures and manuals. And if you have any further questions, please contact us directly. With that, thank you again for listening.